And that's where I actually kind of want to start, right? Is kind of talking about our industry. Look, I mean, things have changed. It is what it is, right? I don't think anybody's going to disagree with us right now that our industry is going to change, not just immediately, but also just in the future. I'd like to start off by kind of asking you both of kind of what you see will be the new norm when we kind of get back to things. Joe, I'll go ahead and start with you.
Yeah, I feel like stuff's really gotten real over the last few weeks, right? I mean, I taking calls from dealers that are friends of mine that I've known for a really long time. They're having to make really tough decisions for the good of their business. Taking phone calls from sales managers and salespeople and internet managers, F&I managers who don't know what the next couple of days, much less the next couple of weeks, couple of months look like. And it's hard. It's a really hard time right now. And I think that I keep going back to something my wife reminded me of before my webinar last week, which was that idea of, it's like the serenity prayer, right? Like accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I think right now, what for me it keeps coming down to is identifying very clearly the things that we're in control of and attacking those relentlessly. And I think that for the dealers that I'm working with that we at AutoFire constantly in contact with, it's about identifying what you can control and executing whatever that is at the highest level possible and focusing all of your efforts very clearly on that. For us, we see it reflected in the metrics a significant uptick in consumer behavior with online shopping for car dealers. I mean, I don't know, Jason, if you're seeing it or Laurie, if you're seeing it, but we are seeing week over week the amount of people interacting with our tool on a
Oh
per
yeah, it's
dealer
it's huge. We're
basis.
seeing a lot.
Yeah, it really ramping up. And what I think it's causing is, it's kind of causing dealers to engage in retail practices that are more normalized from a customer behavioral standpoint and how they buy everything else. And what I think is that there are some dealers that have a leg up, right? I mean, there are dealers that like Sanderson Ford, who's going to be on my webinar coming up this week, that they've been running TV ads and doing remote deliveries for over 2 years, right? I mean, it is shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. They have two F450s that they load cars on and will do free statewide delivery. The person that drives those cars is like a 25-year-old who's a notary public who can do all the paperwork and teach with a full delivery of how Bluetooth works for the customer. And so they have a leg up because they've already been executing that. What I think we're starting to see now is, in some of these hard hit states where the dealership doors are shut as a non-essential business, is dealers that are finding that their website's still on, they're still getting leads in, and now they've got to figure out how to manage that revenue stream remotely. Doesn't mean that the revenue stream is what it was 6 months ago, right? Or what it was 6 weeks ago, or really 3 weeks ago, but that there's still a stream of revenue there that we have to find a new way to connect with. And what we're seeing is that dealer behavior is shifting to an embracing of a way of selling that even 4 weeks ago felt incredibly foreign and they were incredibly skeptical of. And so what I think the lasting implication is that dealers that are adopting the right systems and processes due to this tragic, challenging situation we're in, the dealers that are adopting those systems and processes are really going to have a leg up as we move forward, because I think consumer behavior is going to shift when it comes to buying cars.
Oh, I'm
Whereas,
totally with you on that, Joe. But I think what it comes down to, it's not only the dealership's ability to execute that, which is going to be key, but it's the leaders within the dealership's ability to train, coach, and develop their team to do so.